We talking goats here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I didn't like
Why
that
did you
either.
change the intro?
Sorry, so I'm keeping it welcome. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here we will be talking goats.
And we're not talking about the animal, we're talking about boxing. Goats, greatest of all time. Talking about from eras, decades, all of that.
From every single era. Pardon me for my glasses being crooked, so unprofessional of me, but we're not here to be so professional. We're here to break it down, be real, speak facts, but at the same time, a lot's gonna be opinion, but we're opinionated. Pardon me. Pardon. But we might mess up, we might forget what we're gonna say. Like I just did there. But we are always gonna be speaking the truth about boxing.
And we're not gonna mention why there's a baby here. We're just gonna leave that in the open.
It looks pretty good to me. I don't think anyone will mind.
Okay.
But when we are going to be talking about GOATs, we are going to be breaking down 10 categories. 10 categories with 10 points in each category. So what does that total, ladies and gentlemen? Please tell me you can do basic math.
I can't hear your
10?
answers.
10 times 10, that is 100 points. 100 points. And all of those categories are... Boom!
Help me, Dad. Help me.
So those are 10 categories. So with that being, welcome to our show. And if you like it so far, please comment on how our intro is.
And if you don't like it, comment so I can prove you wrong.
Help me.
Subscribe below if you don't like it so far. I thought it was a good one. Good intro. Good intro. Just wait. There's more. Welcome. Did I say welcome? Welcome. Being that we are both 90s babies, except this one. This one's not a 90s baby. I'm 93. Jay?
He's Benjamin Button.
Jay, what year are you born?
92.
We are both 90s babies. So we are going to be discussing the era which we fell in love with boxing. That being 2000 to 2010. We are going to be discussing that era. Pardon me for the constant movement with the hands. Let me get used to this whole shindig. So, featherweight boxing in 2000 all the way to 2010. Who was the GOAT, Jay?
2010?
Who's the GOAT?
Mayweather.
You stupid motherfucker. First, we are starting with Juan Manuel Marquez. We're going to analyze each category for Juan Manuel and see how he did. We're going to give it a rating. We debated a little bit, but I think that's where we hit the mark. So first and foremost, who did he duck? Did he duck anyone?
Well, look, first I'll start off with this. Marquez lost his first bout because of like a headbutt or something. After that, he won like 29 fights in a row. Everybody ducked him. Everybody was afraid. He was a mandatory for Prince Hamed for 2 years. He got his title shot against Medina. He beat him. After that, he unified the title against Derek Gainer. After that, he had 2 belts, fought Pacquiao for the lineal title, and he got robbed, I think. And because of that, I think that he is the best featherweight of that era. This guy disagrees with me, and he could go on and show his point.
I agree. Marquez did a lot, but I noticed you didn't say who he lost to in Indonesia.
Right, he did lose to Chris John, okay? Lost to Chris John. But I think it was in Indonesia, his hometown. Chris John was undefeated at the time, and he is a good fighter. He was a very skilled fighter, but I think that Marquez got robbed. If you watch the fight, I think it has a lot to do with the hometown decision, as we've seen in boxing many times.
But at the same time, it's because he didn't want the rematch with Pacquiao. Why didn't he take the rematch right away?
I'm not sure why he didn't take the rematch. However, when he did take it, he beat Pacquiao again and got robbed. So.
All right. So,
but that's a different division.
So did he duck? We give him 10 points. You agree?
Right. Yeah. I don't think Marquez ducked anybody. If anything, he got ducked.
Now on his wins, his best wins: Medina, Salido.
He beat Salido, and Salido wasn't glorified at that time. He's glorified now after he knocked out Juan Manuel Lopez and did his thing later on. I think that's probably his best win at featherweight if you don't count the Pacquiao win, because it's not a win, but it should be.
A draw.
But I think
So we want to go with 7 right there? You agree?
in
7?
wins, yeah, because he didn't have that many quality opponents.
Now losses. Losses, we're gonna break it down differently. Depending who you lost to, or even if you had no losses, I say Marcus got an 8 because he lost to a Chris John. It's not a bad loss because it could have been Robert.
Right, he lost his first
But he
fight, like I
lost.
said. He lost the fight to Chris John, and we can't ignore he also lost to Freddie Norwood for his first title shot. So he did have kind of a rough start starting in his featherweight division.
All right, now let's go to his length of reign. He didn't run the division the whole time, but he did get 2 titles for 3 titles, and he did.
Right, he
period.
unified the titles. Okay, it wasn't that long. He drew with Pacquiao, and then when he got an interim belt, and then he got it. They sanctioned it to an actual title.
So then we break it down. He won his titles. In total, we broke it down. Marcus got a 74 out of 100. You can see next that this is how we broke it down. This is what we argued. This is what we said did directly to affect his score.
Right.
So do you think we hit it right with Marcus with the 74 out of 100? Because his legacy wasn't really there in that division, but that was your choice on who was the best.
He has heart, for sure.
I agree.
He never gave up, never quit on his stool. He has a chin, even though he does get knocked down. He got knocked down 3 times by Pacquiao. He never got knocked out. So I would say he has a chin, but definitely has heart. Money-wise, he never really made that much money in the featherweight division. That's also part of our point system. But in total, we did give him a 74 out of 100, which I think is fair.
So I agree. Does that make him enough to be the greatest featherweight? We'll see.
Of
That's
that
up
era?
for debate.
I think it
We
is.
shall see.
He good.
Now we will break down your boy Marco Antonio Barrera. He, to my mind, is the GOAT in the era from 2000 to 2010. I say it's not Marcus because this man fought better opposition. Yes, he lost to Pacquiao, but he might have ducked Marcus. I give him that, but he ended up fighting Marcus. He lost, but that's a different division, different weight class. So I say Marco Antonio Barrera. He knocked out Prince Nassim Hamed.
Not true. He won unanimous.
Pardon me, Prince Nassim Hamed.
And he won unanimous.
Well, he didn't knock him out, but he knocked him off his pedestal of thinking he's the best featherweight out there.
Okay.
Before that, everyone thought Prince Nassim was the man.
Right.
But what happened? Marco Antonio came there, knocked him off that pedestal, put him in his place. And then he also has wins over Kevin Kelly. He got his retribution over
Morales.
He beat him the second time, correct. And he also held the ring title, but he refused the WBC title. He had the IBO title when he beat Prince Nassim, but he also did many things in the featherweight division, which is most of his legacy was made. So in my mind, at the end of the day, we broke down the score. He got an 85 out of 100.
Now, to argue, Barrera lost twice to Junior Jones, who Morales knocked out in 4 rounds. Also, he got embarrassed by Pacquiao. Knocked out, they threw in the towel. Okay? That's so. That's what I'm saying.
You right.
Marquez never got embarrassed. Marquez never got knocked out.
You're right.
Okay?
But
so that's my argument for the case of Marquez.
you're right. I agree with that. But Barrera put in better work against better
Right.
opposition.
He definitely held the title longer. He definitely had a better reign.
He beat better opposition.
And
it's not about. It's not about.
In
Let me- it's not
the
about-
total score, Barrera wins on our system. However, this is for one division.
I agree. Barrera
but-
has the number in the division.
I think when you take
So
losses
85
that
out of
way,
100.
when you take losses that way, and you get beat up by an underdog, because at the time Pacquiao was a nobody, and Pacquiao embarrassed him. Pacquiao came up by beating Barrera so bad, and then Marquez whooped his ass later.
But hey, Pacquiao ended up becoming one of the greatest as well.
Right,
So hey, we
and-
can't discredit Barrera for his losses right there. He lost to one of the best. Marquez.
and
Who did
Marquez
Marquez lose to?
and Marquez ended up knocking him the fuck out.
I
And beating Barrera.
I agree.
If we're gonna go
Hold
there.
on. I agree. But who did Marcus lose to? Your boy, Chris John in Indonesia. Marco Antonio, best
Robbery.
featherweight in 2010.
Debatable.
He
you
ran that.
Comment
He ran
on who
that.
you think is better.
If you agree with me, which you'll be right, tell me below in the comments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just getting things started. This is the first weight class, and let's not forget to mention we missing one piece of the trifecta. We're missing the trifecta. As we continue on, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to kick off a segment which we are going to call Talking Goats 8 Count. Now, as if you know, an 8 count is to protect the boxer that a referee does when he thinks he's not capable of continuing. It's just to check on him, mostly done in the amateurs, not in the professionals. But we ourselves are going to give an 8 count. And our first 8 count is going to go to your boy, AB, Adrien Broner, and the man that's gonna kick it off is my man Jay over here. We're gonna give this 8 count, thinking he needs a reality check.
Adrien Broner, about nothing.
That's
Look, let me tell you something. Adrien Broner, AB, a bum. And let me tell you why. He needs to stop talking.
You stupid.
Sorry, I had to calm myself down for a bit, but let's get back to Adrien Broner. A bum, a bitch, a guy about nothing, a guy that talks shit about Floyd Mayweather win. That's his biggest idol, okay? Losses. Maidana humped him in the ring, literally. Watched the fight, knocked his ass down twice. He got his ass whipped by Porter. I think he got his ass whipped by somebody else too. I don't know, but you know what? Granados got robbed. He beat him, okay? Now let's start with number 1. Losses, which I already said. Number 2, Freddie Roach, a friend of his, said that he already ruined his career. Number 3, okay? He tries to be Floyd. He tries to be Conor McGregor with all the talking, but he can't back it up. Conor and Floyd can actually fight. That's the difference, okay? They are about billions. Literally, they make way more money. His net worth, $3 million. Conor, Floyd, I don't know. Double, triple, definitely more, okay? Number 4, called out for swinging at a guy in Vegas. Knocked out a dude in Vegas. That's the only guy you can knock out. Why don't you knock out somebody in the ring? Alright? Number 5, Mikey Garcia dominated him. Little guy, where'd he come up from? I know it's at least one weight class he came up from. Knocked his ass out or beat his ass, whatever, right? Number 6, not being allowed in his own little brother's locker room. You can't get allowed? Nobody recognizes you? That sucks. Number 7, Granados, robbery. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but Granados did get robbed. He beat his ass. Also, a Chicago local, which I know, by the way. And last but not least, he's an ignorant piece of shit. And if he watches this and calls me out on it, I will fight him at 147 myself and whoop his motherfucking ass.
You stupid.
Thank you, Jay, for that 8 count. That was hilarious. Your boy Broner need to check himself. I agree.
Sorry if I'm slurring a bit. Been drinking.
But that boy Broner needs to check himself. I agree. Next, we're going to be looking at that middleweight division from 2000 to 2010. Now, we both agree there's no argument. You agree, Jay?
Right, I think it's just, it's Bernard Hopkins.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. I don't know who you can even argue against him.
Yeah.
He's
Even
the
his
man.
losses. Even his losses, Jermaine Taylor. I thought he got robbed. Both of them.
He had every title. He even had the linear ring title.
Undisputed. There's no argument against it. 2000, 2010. Bernard Hopkins. He got a final score of 93 out of 100, which is almost near perfect. So far, I mean, we only had 3 guys, but so far, that's the highest score we got. But Bernard Hopkins, without a doubt.
Yeah, you can't catch up. You can't do better than that. 93 out of 100. I mean, that's almost perfect.
That's an A if you go in school. If you go in school, that's an A. That's passing. That's doing beyond and above it. So Bernard Hopkins, you, one of the best middleweights ever. You are the GOAT from 2000 to 2010. So me and my guy Jake here were discussing who should be the first member of our club. And that club is not really a club boxers want to be a part of, don't you think, Jake? No, you don't want to be a part of this club if you're a boxer. Because this club, if you're familiar with the boxing scene, you'll know exactly what I am talking about. This club is the Divas Club. My boy Jake here, me, we both thought of this. We thought this would be a perfect club to call out boxers on their shit, don't you think, Jake? My boy, don't look at the blonde hair. He wanted to be like Slim Shady. If you're questioning why he has blonde hair, that's why. He wanted to be like Shady. Shout out to Eminem. He might be the GOAT in the rap scene, but we are not talking about GOATs in the rap scene in this show. But currently, we're talking about the Divas Club. And Jake, who's the first member? Should we do a drum roll? Jake? Ready? Alright, we're gonna give you a drum roll. And it is Mr. One Time! But Mr. One Time, I was a little disappointed on you being the first member of this club. And you know why? Because you claim to be number one, so fight the man Spence. Come on. He's been calling you out for years. You said he needs to prove himself. He is a champion now. Now, you're still claiming he needs to prove himself. He's the champion. Trying to fight Danny, Sean, trying to get a rematch. Unify. Fight the boy Spence already. He's done it all. Come on. I understand if you're trying to say, cook it up a bit. Cook it up, make it a pay-per-view fight. But no, you're just saying, no, I don't want to fight this man. That's what I'm hearing. Right, Jake? You hear that? Sorry for Jake being so quiet. But he agrees that Mr. One Time right here, first member. Congratulations. Everyone, round of applause. Round of applause. Congratulations, Mr. One Time. You will be officially leaving this club when you fight Mr. Spence. I don't know if you're going to beat the man. I do not know. But come on, fight him. I don't want to see you in this club. I don't want to see you. Come on. You can do better, Mr. One Time. I want big things for you. Please, please fight Spence, so I don't have to see you in this club anymore. Thank you very much. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now to wrap it up. Lucas Matisse won this past weekend. He won WBA welterweight belt, but WBA kind of goofy because Keith Thurman is super champion, but I guess they just want sanctioning fees.
He also called out Danny Garcia for a rematch or Manny Pacquiao for a fight.
Either one, good fights.
Pacquiao whooped his ass.
I guess.
Okay.
George Linares retained his lightweight title.
Linares.
Hopefully he fights Mikey. Anything you looking forward to seeing this year?
Yeah, I'm looking forward towards Floyd coming back and maybe fighting Conor McGregor again for a rematch.
Stop.
I think that'll
Floyd,
be a good
if you are
bout.
listening, stop. Don't do it.
He's not listening.
Ridiculous.
But,
you never know. I'm wishful thinking.
But if Broner's listening, he could fight me. I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
That man needs to worry about Omar Figueroa because I feel like Adrien Broner might be getting retired this year. He needs to check himself. Listen to your 8 count.
Yeah, another L.
So that will do it for
Hold it
today's show. Thank you. We haven't officially introduced ourselves, but keep watching. You might find out who we are.
The first of many.
First of many.
Stay tuned.
Please like, subscribe, share it, do what you got to do. If you don't agree with us, there's more to come. There is more to come.
Comment below. We're just trying to grow.
Keep it coming. We will see you again next week. We're going to do this every week. Don't doubt us. Every week, we'll be on here.
Bye.